Hello friends in far now and welcome to the second game between Negative Synergy and Fresh. Negative Synergy did of course pick up the first game, but I'll kick it off on the left hand side. We do have Ninja playing a strong Zagara, so good in this map. Daspert's playing Malfurion, Robodobra on Joanna, Benjamin again on Lee Ming, and Sashin on Greymane this game.
Yeah, and in the right hand side, fighting for their survival in his upper bracket is Fresh Gaming, Stevo playing Tassadar, Sonya being played by New, Jim Jam on Kelfast, A Eternal Nix on Rhaegar, and Arcana playing Anubarak. And well, this game's going to be an interesting one. I say we're looking at the comp straight away. Negative Synergy have a lot of wave clear.
They do.
It's the name of the game, really. They have a lot of wave clear. It gives you so much pressure on this map because you're looking for rotations all the time and you're always going to have this level 1 scuffle. And I mean, are we going to see anything interesting come as a result of this? They're going straight on towards Robodobra. New doing a bit of damage as well. Gets topped up and nothing too serious just yet. But we'll wait for the minion wave to come through. And looking at the talents, pretty standard stuff across the board. We do see the healing on the auto attacks coming out of Sonya as opposed to any block, which sometimes does get chosen when you're versing a Greymane.
Yeah, and even popping of the rage, getting that additional 25 rage. See a lot of Sonya's actually opting to pick that up sometimes. But he does have a Tassadar on his team, so Sonya and Tassadar kind of go hand in hand with that healing. It's going to be fantastic. But yeah, they're really just trying to find out which lanes to be going to at the moment. The shrines are going to be activating in the next 25 seconds. I mean, there's already a bit of pressure. He didn't want to walk too far into there. Might have stumbled into a wee trap. But Eternal Nix, the comms probably going off there. Very low on health, don't go in there. So they're just sitting back, playing that very passive. And
New tried to actually grapple across. They might actually catch Benjamin out. There goes the impaling stun, but it doesn't connect with anyone in the route on top of everybody. Doesn't go through as well, but they're looking to get some more damage on Greymane, actually playing extremely aggressive there. And he does force them to have to use that well.
Yeah.
Well, isn't even actually available. I do stand corrected there, but I mean, looking at this comp, it's obvious to see that they like to be able to push the siege damage. Benjamin already done so much work with the rest of his team support there, and that's what we're talking about. When you have so much wave clear, you can just clear a lane and rotate, and like I said, rotating is the name of the game. All shrines captured. Ninja is going to have a great time up in this top lane, only Tesla being one of the only heroes, I suppose, that can go toe-to-toe.
Yeah, but even then, though, it's still very difficult. Benjamin picking up such an early dragon. I mean, this is 1 minute 50 into the game here. Looks so miniature. It's cute wee dragon. He's going to be wailing away on those towers, and for anyone that hasn't played this map before, any new viewers, the Dragonite is, you have to capture 2 points on the map. You pick up that Dragonite and it can do massive, mammoth amounts of damage onto those siege, onto those structures, sorry. So we do see Benjamin, who's controlling the Dragonite, moving down to the bot lane now, meeting up with Daspert's and Robodobra, and of course Jim Jam and Arcana are going to have none of that. All the ammo being depleted on that top tower now and going to be moving towards that bottom one.
Yeah, so Sonya's stuck in the mid lane, trying to get the soak on. They're already half a level down, and this is obviously a result of taking those towers with this dragon. Dragon still has 10 seconds remaining on it. They're going to take the well out. It gives them a lot of pressure for these rotates on the shrines when you are in those solo situations. And it really is the case of rushing to 10 as soon as you can. Then you can force the aggression even further. Tassadar now stuck in top lane, only getting the freedom that he deserves now as Zagara has rotated through to mid lane, establishing a lot of creep trimmer pressure. It gives you so much vision on a map like this, and it allows you to confidently take mercs like the easy camp right now.
Yeah, I really like the timing and Negative Synergy here for taking these camps. They've just taken their first Dragonite, and so early on in the game, they've got their level advantage now, and now they're taking the camp. So they're going to keep the pressure up. Hopefully, when the next... actually...
They're baiting a fight out here. Robodobra's face checked, and they don't seem to care about Rob whatsoever. They're trying to body block Daspy. Daspy's popped the root. Locks every single member. Such a good route by him, and he's coming from the side now. Everybody else is joining from Negative Synergy. They're trying to do a pincer maneuver. They might actually go for New. No, they're turning their attention onto New, but also onto Arcana. New's going to drop any second now. He does. There's the reset. They're going onto Arcana. He's forced to burrow charge away. Session trying to get some more damage across, but he doesn't connect.
I really liked what they did there. They didn't freak out, they didn't back off. Joanna just calmly pulled them into that entangle, and I mean, that synergy right there is very nice as well. You've got a lot of synergy with the team comp, don't you? But all the while that was happening, Stevo, he was having to deal with that hard camp, and we saw them taking the fort. So that was the real pressure that I was talking about, having to keep him up there and allowing them for the pressure to apply their own pressure in whatever lane they like.
Yes, I mean, they got the mercs, they pushed out the lane, and it gives them that freedom to roam without being punished in terms of losing XP or having a tower pushed in. So yeah, exactly. It's the name of the game. Once again, I can see what Fresh are trying to do. They're having a very beefy comp where they want both Sonya and Anubrak to get into the front line with the heals from Ancestral as well as shields from Tassadar. They want to be able to go toe-to-toe and have big skirmishes, but it's whether or not Negative Synergy allow them to do that. They just want to push. They want to get as much pressure and control as they can, and they're already working on this bot fault.
Yeah, Rubber is playing pretty aggressive, and I mean, who better to have against the Sonya? You know, he is going to have that blind, so he's going to be able to stop a lot of potential DPS coming out of that team comp of Fresh. So it's going to be interesting to see how it works out in the later stages of the game. Oh, actually, Arcana coming here for a flank, so here comes the big stuns on the Despot's. Nice gravity lapse coming out as well. A lot of damage, and Eternal Nyx drops him down. New taking a lot of damage himself, but Whirlwind, of course, going to be topping up nice and easily there. But no, they only managed to get 1 for 1. So during that exchange, Kawathas also going down, but very nice CC chain coming out there from Fresh, showing that, no, look, Negative Synergy, we have great synergy too. So they're going to be picking up that bottom point, and they've actually neutralized the Dragonite there, so it's keeping them safe for a little bit longer.
Yeah, Rhaegar is so I was just going to say, they might actually have the advantage here because they have the healer on their side, but with Rhaegar being all he can really do is auto-attack with that pounce and leap, so they are actually going to sacrifice that one. Zagara's already got control there, or they might actually get the rotate down on Pat. New is being forced to try and kill, but he has realised Zagara's left now. They're going straight on towards Daspy. Daspy can run away quite easily for that one as they converge into mid lane now. Once again, clear the lanes.
Oh yeah, but level 10 is about to be picked up, Skimmy, so I think Negative Synergy must be feeling pretty good about this. Maybe they're going to be trying to force a fight and towards the top lane, something like that, because they do have the advantage with level 10. So whoever gets level 10 first, obviously, is going to have a lot more easier time.
Jam with the dummy rotate. He walks straight into the gravity lapse. New looking as so much damage as possible.
Oh.
The living bomb does connect with the damage coming out of New seismic slam there.
Nice.
And that's exactly what they needed. They needed to get themselves a free lane, get some pressure, pushed back towards Negative Synergy, force the rotation out of Negative Synergy to respond to that lane. They do have every single shrine in their capture now. Joan is, Robodoba. Joanna is actually what I'm looking for there, is going toe-to-toe against this Rhaegar in the bot lane, trying to contest this shrine, but they're not letting him have it very easily whatsoever. Rhaegar can juke all day, every day. Li Ming has now been requested to come through. He pops a Disintegrate. He does actually have Ancestral as request. Is he going to use it though? He's hanging on to it for so very long.
Oh, he's
I'm
patient.
not too sure. He hasn't actually even specced. He hasn't actually even picked
Oh
up
my.
Ancestral. That is such a huge misplay. Oh no.
Only just picking it up now, and of course you're not going to be able to use that when you're dead, my friend. So Rhaegar getting taken out. But I mean, he could have lived through that. And nice wee jukes there, but I mean, I think his attention was just put in a different place there temporarily.
no.
And during that session, loving the DKs, he's going to be picking them up himself. So Dragonite going to be wailing away here at the 7-minute mark for the second Dragonite. And I mean, so that was a good like 5 or 6 minute difference there. The first Dragonite didn't come up until didn't come up until, came up very early in 2 minutes.
Yeah, Rhaegar could have definitely survived there. He had
Yeah.
the team ready to respond as well. He could have lived for a lot longer. The damage coming out of the Li Ming, once burst all the cooldowns and low reset, as well as the Joanna, isn't going to be enough to kill
Yeah,
you. So
exactly.
the rotate could have been there. It's a bit of an unfortunate mistake, but
And even the ultimate could have been there. I mean, he did have time. He did juke very nicely, but like I said, his attention was pulled elsewhere, wasn't it?
it is what it is. We do actually carry on here. The aggression has actually turned. They realise Sashin is in there. Greymane can't do too much team fight presence. And they're going to punch on here. Nothing has connected. Gravity Lapse is being used. The ancient hook, the grapple, if you will, doesn't connect as well. Tries to run away. Not level 13 just yet. They are having a bit of a fight. Locust Swarm has been popped. The big 2-man more. Well, it does actually nullify the Disintegrate.
Nice.
The root on top of the Banelings. That's 2 people instantly pop. That gets the train rolling. Let's keep going. Benjamin 94 looking for more blood. Is rather low on mana though, but he does seem to keep going forward. He's already blinked in. He's going straight towards Stevo, but Stevo is not phased whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Negative Synergy's comp because when people come out of those moors, they've got the combos to follow up, and it's nice and easy as well. So really using their name is to their playstyle and really picking up on that synergy of those ultimates. I was saying before as well, their synergy alone with Joanna and Malfurion is actually huge. So I mean, if they play this to the key, they are going to do some fantastic things in team fights. But Fresh are obviously not going to let that happen. They're doing quite well, but Sonya having a bit of trouble there in the team fights. But we do have a bit of time to look over these talents here while they're just trying to even out what's going on. So why don't you just run us through that a little bit, yes, Kimmy?
Yeah, so looking at what Sonya's picked up, it's all about sustain really, trying to stay as healthy as possible for as long as possible. Standard stuff coming out of both Rhaegar as well as Kael'thas. We do have the Locust Swarm once again coming out of Anubrak. Looking for as much damage as possible. So pretty standard stuff across the board from Fresh. Once again, the same is the case from Negative Synergy. The only difference really that we don't see too often is actually a bit of a scuffle going on towards Arcana. they are chasing, but it's going to be lapsed as well as the Forceful does negate anything happening there. I was just going to say, Session has actually picked up Running Wild at level 13. That means he can jump and disengage just a little bit further.
Yeah, so that's going to be very, very interesting. I do see as well that, actually a bit of a scuffle. New is by himself. Where are you going, my friend? 5v1, certainly going to get taken out. Not 100% sure what was going on there. Maybe he thought they were down at that hard camp, but just a bit of miscommunication there. And that's going to lead to his demise, I am afraid. But I was going to say, actually, that Zagara actually opting to pick up the battle momentum. So she's going to be pumping out so many creeps so quickly, and the pressure that brings is absolutely huge. I can imagine that Malfurion is going to be pocket kind of mana restoring that Zagara.
Definitely a talent that I did overlook there in the draft just before. I say, usually you would see either the increased sort of healing from rapid incubation, or you have the bigger creep trimmer to establish that vision control. They don't seem to need that. They've already got so much pressure in this lane, in this game, that they can just punch on like this, and they can spam out all day with the pocket healer being Innovate. So they do get the dragon in the exchange. Once again, with the rotates, the level advantage, they're really pushing it home.
And not where you want to be on the bridge.
The Death Bridge.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the bridge against the Death Knight and Malfurion, Joanna, and all the rest. I mean, that is a bad team comp to go up against on a bridge. So, of course, Sasha is just going to say, you know what, we've got the upper hand here, we can just move down, keep damaging these towers and these structures, and look at the damage of this third Dragonite. A 10-minute Dragonite is certainly going to be a lot more effective than a 2-minute one. But Sasha just doing a fantastic job of really getting the worth out of these, keeping a high health pool, trading out very nicely. Dasper's taking a lot of damage there, potentially passing on the bomb to Ninja. Unfortunate there, but Ninja a bit smarter than that. He's going to step back and allow that to just drop off.
Yes, this is when Fresh really want to be fighting. They are even on talents. This is their main opportunity before Negative Synergy do hit 16. They are going to hit it a little bit sooner if they do carry on this assault. But New is leading the charge here. He wants to push them back, and rightly so. Negative Synergy have made the call to back away. Benjamin 94 chucking that few magic missiles to make sure that they don't chase, but they are beginning the easies, and Negative Synergy have faked the back. Negative Synergy are still hanging around. Ninja's actually in a bit of a risky spot. He's got two big targets. The Gravity Lapse does clean, but it's to nothing. Have two big targets already haunting towards him, and they might actually have to just give this up for free. They say, we'll do the damage, but we'll let you cap it. So it's a bit interesting. The Ancestral does go straight away. The Blessed Shield as well. Session on the side. He's pouncing straight towards Rhaegar. New on Sonya. Soloing Ninja, but the more is forced out of him as a result. He's coming back down now. The Tranquility is keeping everybody topped up. The root didn't actually connect onto New, but he does manage to grapple away to save his life. And surprisingly enough, Starving, no deaths were had.
Yeah, I mean, you can see what Sonya was trying to do there, just really pushed that Zag out of the team fight, trying to nullify the Maw, but getting Maured herself, just really stopping that. But like you said, the entangling wasn't actually connecting there, didn't actually manage to get herself that kill. Sonya so strong though. She's going to be able to stay alive through quite a lot of pressure, especially with that Wrath of the Berserker, and with that ferocious healing when she pops that, sacrifices a bit of rage to heal herself up. Very, very good in a 1v1 situation. Yeah,
so I liked what Fresh tried to do there. They were actually trying to force an aggression on a single target, which is what their comp's really based around. They're trying to get in your face and pick a target off, but you know, they were talent down and they got punished as a result. And you look at this now, they're going on for a second mercenary camp. Is it going to be deja vu? Negative Synergy once again in a familiar situation. They're coming around. The Force Word this time popped. They have learned from their mistakes. Roguelobe is going to walk straight in with the Condemn and disintegrate that one.
Yeah, and such a shame as well. Oh, a big engagement coming out here though. Session taking the bulk of the damage, walking with a chain bomb, spreading that around, so massive damage, but it does look like Fresh are actually feeling a bit unconfident there, and they're just going to walk away from this fight. A big split though, and Robodobo actually re-engaging here. Arcane attacking the front lines, Unstoppable being popped nice and early. But I mean, they just really don't look like they want to do this. They don't quite realize that by themselves, actually they might, as they are going to push this now. No one in their bottom camp though, that bottom point to capture that. So I mean, yeah, that looks like just really trying to shorten the XP difference.
Oh, the Blessed Shield has come out from Rob. He has got his two teammates now running from top, coming back in. They are looking for the forced aggression. They're not 16 just yet. They're going to hit it very soon. But they tried to force it. They tried to force it so hard. And as a result now, Zagara's going to rotate through to the bot lane. And nobody is there to respond. They're all sitting pretty in mid lane. They need to force a fight now. They need to force it whilst it's 4v5, whilst Zagara is not there.
This is the only
time. They do know Zagara's not there now. And there we go. The aggression is coming out. A big 4-man. As the Burrow Charge does go in through. Ice Block, onto 3 crucial targets. The fight has gone south as a result. The root, the damage, the resets, the ancestral resets And Arcana's going to drop as well. Session on so little HP.
But he doesn't
He's
care.
done his job so well. 3 targets dropped. And it's such an
Oh
unfortunate
no!
case. Steve-O barely living as a result with the dimensional shift.
Yeah.
But wow, what a fight. And they do pick up another dragon. They're going to go straight through mid lane. First keep of the day. First keep in the mid lane. Gives you so much vision control and starving. What can they do here?
I mean, that was just a bit of a scary fight for them. They really didn't capture their bottom point or the top point as a result. And I mean, oh my lord, I didn't even notice this could be potentially GG. New jumping on into Despot's the healer of the group, so he's going to be trying to drop him. Obviously a very good choice, but Sashin is just wailing away with the Dragonite. No one can kill him. He's dealing way too much DPS. I think it's safe to say this is GG in the second game. Going to negative synergy with absolutely positive synergy there. And look at the damage there. Li Ming really pumping through there towards the end of the game. Those resets, really using them to their full advantage in the Moors. I think that's what they were waiting for. Getting that Moor out onto 2 or 3 members, it's enough for the Li Ming. She can bust out 1 or 2 combos, and if it's enough to kill them, it'll reset, just like you said. So
you can see their bread and butter really is when they land the Moor, they get the entangling roots onto it as well, and they're just pumping out damage. And it really showed in that game. They had so much synergy with each other to really know when to dive in and dive out. And Fresh, unfortunately, they just didn't execute their game plan quite the way they wanted to. So we look at the damage, 53k being busted by Li Ming, 50k coming out of Greyman as well. Double any damage from Fresh. It really did show there. And that was a game to be seen by Negative Synergy as they proceed through to the winners bracket finals.